Hello and welcome back to 100 Yards of Football, Sports Talk Radio. I'm your producer, Jeremiah Long, and joining me to talk about the 2021 Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders college football team is the man himself, Mr. Logan Landers. How's it going, Logan?
Hey, what's up, Jeremiah? Talking about the Blue Raiders today. And, that's the fun thing about this program. We talk about not just the big names, we talk about the Blue Raiders here, Middle Tennessee. And that's always the fun part about this show, man. We talk about the teams that not a lot of other people do. And I'm ready to talk about the Blue Raiders, show them some love today.
Absolutely. And if we have some Blue Raiders fans out there, then please comment. Let us know what you love about the show, what you've been waiting for, including these previews, and what are you looking forward to for the season. And to all of our other fans out there, thank you so much for sharing, for watching all of our great football programming, and learning more about amazing football teams, including the Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders. So without further ado, Mr. Landers, break it down. What do the Blue Raiders have to look forward to this season? What kind of challenges they have, and what's going to make them have a great season?
Well, you have a veteran head coach with Rick Stockstill, who's been there for over 16 seasons now, has above 500 records. So you have a great head coach who they instilled to have a great season. Last year it was a little bit iffy. They finished with a total of a 3-6 record. So there's definitely room for improvement. Well, you can say the passing game was probably their bright spot last year, but it's because they were behind so much. They were able to just put up kind of, some useless stats at the end. But I think that maybe this year they can get some more competitive games, and so we can see that offense flourish in these tight ball games. You do get 8 starters coming back though, but you do lose a few guys as well. So the quarterback situation, we'll see how it can go. Asher O'Hara is gone. He went to Sacramento State. You have Chase Cunningham, who's a decent veteran as well, and you're bringing in Bailey Hockman from North Carolina State, who's going to probably, I think, Hockman should be the starter, and I think that he would definitely help out in that passing game as well. The receivers, they're ready, man. They're ready for this season. You get 7 of the 8 guys from last year coming back, so you're getting seemingly your entire wide receiver core last year. So that's great. You have 59 catch Jaron Pierce coming back, so he is definitely your number one guy to go to, the top veteran to work around. So I think that that is going to be the big key, is just getting him the ball and seeing what he can do. So, I mean, last year I mentioned that quarterback Asher O'Hara, he led the team in rushing as well. So that tells you that he was scrambling a lot, that they just were not able to get much going with the running backs last year. So we'll see what they can do this year. They have some backs that are expected to just get a little bit better. You have Chayton Mobley, who's about 6'1", 230. He led the team last year with 4.6 yards per carry, so not too bad. Hopefully he can improve on that a little bit. He had 4 touchdowns. And you also have Frank Peasant, who's about 220 pounds, who's the other running back, who I think they're going to get a little bit more love to this year as well. The O-line, they're about to get 4 starters back from last year, but they do struggle a little bit in terms of pass protection. So you got to hope that they've been working on that diligently in this offseason, and you could definitely help out the run game as well. And I think that if they could solidify that O-line, whether it be some new transfers in the next year or so, or just getting new recruits, I think that's really going to help step this Middle Tennessee Blue Raider team up in the next few years. But let's move on over to their defense and what they can improve on. What the defense is missing in production from last year, it makes up with experience. You have a lot of guys they're coming back. They have all 11 starters coming back, set to return on the defensive side of the ball. But it was probably one of the worst in their division in Conference USA overall. Jeremiah, you might want to sit down, get a seatbelt, because they allowed 446 yards and 35 points per game. So basically, they were playing Madden and they were on rookie mode over there, just
Yep.
giving up a lot of points and a lot of yards. So got to step up the defense this year. They couldn't get many third down stops as well, which is crucial. And even though you do get some experienced guys, you have to get some production as well. I think that the one kind of key piece, you have Reed Blankenship, who's definitely a guy who might get selected in the 2022 NFL draft. He's a veteran tackling guy and who's a great safety as well. So he might be kind of your one guy that you kind of have to rally around as a safety, to get things done this year. So we'll see what he can do. He is kind of their one key guy on defense. And you do have a decent linebacker as well. You have DQ Thomas, who's a good linebacker. I think he's going to get a lot of tackles this year. And
Mhm.
I think that if you could build those defense around Blankenship and Thomas, that's definitely going to help out. You have guys like Jordan Starling, Jordan Ferguson, who are a little bit on the smaller side in terms of linemen, but they're going to use their quickness, I think, to get to the quarterback a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
As for the interior, they still have to work on that. There's still not a whole lot to talk about there. They just have some guys who are a little bit underutilized, undersized. But they, like I said, this isn't going to be a team full of big 300-pound guys who are going to push you around. They're trying to build their defense with speed and to try and run around those big offensive linemen. So I commend them for that, and I think that it could get a little bit more better this year, in the 2021 season. So looking at their schedule, of course, being in Conference USA, they're facing some teams that not a lot of people are familiar with. But looking at some kind of bigger games, they're facing Virginia Tech. I see the Herd with Marshall. I see also Liberty, who we've talked about in the program, who had a good year last year. I'm also looking at a few teams as well. I see Florida Atlantic. So I think that this is going to be, I think, a better season than what they did last year with a 3-6 record. I would say, anywhere from I'd be comfortable with them from a range of about 4 to 6 wins. I think they're going to improve. I think they're going to get better, but they're just still not there yet to take that next big step. But I do think they're going in the right direction this year.
Yeah. Yeah, and I can definitely see that. And what I'm wondering is, can the Blue Raiders, come back from, some heartbreaking, losses and some interesting seasons, and take this amazing coaching staff they have, combine their stats with that, and really come back with a vengeance this year. And I really think that they can, and I want to see that for them. And I know that all the Michigan State Blue Raiders fans are really excited to get back to the games, get back to watching games in person, and so am I. So we're all rooting for you guys to see what will happen for that season. And if you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, thank you so much. All of your sharing of our videos and telling all of your friends and family about 100 Yards of Football has helped us to grow a tremendous amount this year. And if you're listening to our podcast, thank you so much. But if you're not listening to our podcast, jump over and listen to it. 100 Yards of Football. We're all over Spotify. So if you listen to Spotify, just go to your Spotify, hit search, and look up 100 Yards of Football, and we'll pop up right there at the top. We've got tons of great episodes, including all of our Legends episodes and all of our history videos, where we go and get in-depth in the history of football, and we talk about specific games, specific teams, and we even interview a lot of the great legends of the game. You can also listen to us over on Apple Podcasts or Google Play or anywhere that you listen to podcasts, and just look up 100 Yards of Football, and we will be there for you. We put out a new video and a new podcast pretty much every day, so you can listen to us over there on your morning drive, on your day at work, or while you're working from home, or on your evening drive back, or if you just have to drive around a lot in your job too. We're a great partner, and we keep it on the field, and we keep it factual so that you can listen in and you can gain an amazing amount of knowledge about any football team. So we're also a great place to do some opposition research. If you have a favorite team and you want to know what the other teams have in store for your team, then we're a great place to come back and listening to those previews of the other teams that you'll be facing in the year. So for the entire team here, I am the producer Jeremiah Long, and you've been listening to our breakdown of the Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders with host Logan Landers. We'll be right back with another live video.